staying at the Premier Inn, London Aldgate, which is a good base for exploring East London and London in general. However, London is quite vast. Greater London is quite vast. So next time I'm probably going to visit, I am going to try and stay near Paddington, Mayfair area, because taking the tube is always at least 26-30 minutes. Or let's say the drive from here to get to Mayfair is only about just over 8 kilometers, and it's going to take half an hour to drive if I Uber it. East London is known for its food scene, creative energy, and cultural diversity. Just walking around where I am staying, I can definitely sense that. I've never seen more Asians than in this area, and from the food around the place, I can already tell. But before we explore East London, I want to show you the room. It is quite a small room. This is my first time to stay at a Premier Inn. Layout is just like most hotels, basic hotels especially. So you walk in, it's actually kind of nice with the vanity in here. It's got light, so this is where I've been doing my makeup. You have the toilet. It's one of those shower and tub in one, so you better be careful. I got my laundry in there. I've been washing my undies, so I don't want to go in there. You got the there it is. You got the mirror. There's a sink. It's a bit old. There's no bidet. We're in Europe. Full-length mirror, which is amazing. I love that I can see my outfit. It is quite spacious, and that's a good thing about these old hotels as well. It's got air conditioning, which is very important for me when I stay in Europe because I want the AC on. Got the bed. The bed is not bad, and I think it's because of this one. They are advertising the mattress that they use. There's no smoking or vaping in the room. We've got control of the lights, the master lights near me as well, which is very convenient at night. The view is of an apartment block. Outside there is a TV. The TV is a bit shit, not of the size, but the shows that I can watch, I think it's because of what's available on free TV here in the UK. I want to watch football tonight, so hopefully we could watch something. I've got a little desk here, and there is another little couch that can be a bed if you do have kids with you. Although I can imagine it being cramped if you have kids. They only have 2 pillows. They look thin, but they're not that thin. And if you've watched any of my videos, I'm very particular with that. It is fairly clean, and you have to request for a room tidy every morning if you want to do that. So I've been doing that almost every day. Although this part, right? So if I turn the aircon on, the ceiling goes up, and I can hear that kind of at night. It has kettle and glasses, but there's no fridge. You got space for your wardrobe in here. There are USB port chargers, and you got to bring your travel adapter because they don't have those international ones. The internet is very slow, and that is a bit of a pain for me because I create content and I need reliable internet. But the location is very convenient. There are 2 tube stations that are very close to it, Aldgate East and Aldgate as well. Aldgate East is about 3-minute walk, and I believe Aldgate is like 6 minutes away from the hotel. It is also walkable to Shoreditch, Brick Lane, and Whitechapel. Those are the main areas that we are going to explore today. Now let's talk about the cost. My ex and I already had a hotel booked for London for next week. However, I'm the only one staying there now, obviously. And you might ask, why didn't you just extend that for another week? Well, it's so expensive because we only broke up about 3 weeks ago, and we didn't really organize anything until closer to the trip. Everything is so expensive. So I was looking for an affordable option, but still within the area so that I could just walk or be very close to this hotel that we have booked when I finally move on the weekend. So I found this place. It's still not the cheapest for what it is. However, I still think it's cheaper than Sydney because for a room like this, I would be paying more than what I paid here when I am in Sydney. So I paid 2,155 Australian dollars for 8 nights, and that is 269 AUD a night or 173 US a night. I think that's pretty good value. For a week, it does add up. So as you can understand, I'm looking for a place that is affordable, but still decent, because I just couldn't. I was looking at 100, 150 places. It just wasn't doing it for me. I'm too old for that. It's raining. Now this is more like the England weather that I was expecting. Although this is their first rain in a while, or like in weeks, they said in the news. So now I'm contemplating if I should brave the rain. I don't have an umbrella, or take an Uber and then perhaps figure it out from there. I took an Uber, which defeats the purpose because today is all about exploring East London on foot. But sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate, and it's looking way better right now, so that saves me money from buying umbrella. So I am in this room now. I love this back in 2018 when I was here, but I went to the Covent Garden one. I am in the Shoreditch store right now and have so many. I'm here for... Hi, thank you. Thanks so much. They got my chai latte with oat milk. So what was I? I'm here for breakfast and the place is packed. My friend Krishna was telling me that there's always a queue, but I figured for breakfast I wouldn't need reservation, and I didn't. But it's still fairly busy. So it's like a Bombay style, quite fancy, but still very approachable style of restaurant and Indian food. Obviously, they have amazing Indian food here in England, as you can imagine. So for breakfast, I got the most popular. I wasn't looking at the naan rolls, but according to the reviews and the waiter, that's what I should get. So I got the naan bacon roll and some chai latte with oat milk. Breakfast was good. The place is such a vibe. Like the whole interior, the way they set up toilet, just gives you that whole experience. I love it. And the weather is holding up as well, so we're just gonna walk around now. All in your space is where we are going to do trying to find a quiet spot, a DIY walking tour of Brick Lane. I'll make sure to share the link of the map in the description so you can do it yourself as well. But this place is known for, it's one of the world's top destination for street art. I am keen to see some of Banksy's work in the flesh, out in the wild, here in London, which I've only seen his work in like museums in Sydney, for example, or like there's an event, but this time his actual work out in the wild, I'm very excited to see. So we're gonna go through Rivington Street, and I'm going to start off in Batemans Road and Rivington Street and just walk around from there. The art constantly changes as well, so it's like an outdoor gallery that changes weekly. So let's see if I can find what I am looking for. You've gotta keep your eyes peeled because there's literally art everywhere. I almost missed that pink bear that I wanted to see because I was walking on that side of the road. Luckily, I had a look if there's anything on that wall. And there it is. We're at Rivington Street. This is now where one of Banksy's work is. Let's see if we can spot it. You can actually also put in the destination or the art piece that you want to look at in Google Maps, because just like what I just did then, I went the opposite way of the street where Banksy is. So if you want, just put it in. It should take you to where you need to go. I am outside the Museum of Home, which is in Hoxton. In fact, it is right in front of the tree. Ooh, hold on. Despite the weather, it's actually not that cold, so I had to take my jacket off. But anyway, back to the Museum of Home. It used to be the Jeffrey Museum. It's a free museum that shows how Londoners' domestic living domestic living have changed since the 1600s to now. It's free entry, and we've been walking. So far, no cost outside of the breakfast. And, well, I took an Uber from my hotel. Let's go. So a lot of the displays are recreated period rooms like this. I love learning about history. I always say it's a good starting point when you're traveling to a new city. It's either you watch something about that city. Obviously, the history of England, we're a bit more attuned to and more familiar with it because we studied it in history. But regardless, it's always good to understand a little bit more about the country, about the city, before you explore other things. I didn't quite practice what I preach in this trip because obviously it was some of those historic stops I have planned for next week. If you've been watching the series, I've had to add an extra week prior in London because plans have changed with my ex and myself. So, my ex and myself. I didn't know what to say. Well, we broke up, so I had to come up with an itinerary. Wow, that is red. An itinerary for an extra week. Oh, I didn't know that Sri Lanka was formerly known as Ceylon or Ceylon. This was the toilet that they had at Disham, that style. Huh. But instead of saying revolve there, it said crapper. So this is what a typical tenement flat looked like back in 1913, which then became a mark of poverty of East London. See, I didn't even know that it looked kind of rough, but not rough. I suppose it's been gentrified a little bit, but yeah. Well, now I know. Oh my goodness. Does anyone remember this? Apparently I can try to use it. Oh my god. Let's do the minesweeper. Oh! Aliyah. I had something like that, some sort of CD rack for my music. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my god. Boys Don't Cry. I love that movie. Well, apparently the Hoxton area of East London had some LGBTQ or the queer community. So that makes sense that they showed that. I love that movie because I have a lot of lesbian friends actually because I went to an all-girls school in high school, and there's a lot of us very much attuned and very much familiar and supportive of that community. 2049. So this is like what the future will look like apparently. We're only a couple of years. How many years? 24 years away. They have a beautiful garden at the back. Weather is so nice today. It's not sunny, so I didn't have to bring my sunnies, which is great, but it's also not very hot, not very cold, and now it has stopped raining. So I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, enjoy the bench before we head on to our next stop. I am too full to already eat lunch. I was gonna grab the famous bagel, the salted, I will just tell you about it. So if you are in the area, you can try it. It's called the salted bagel bake, and you need to get the salt beef bagel. I'm too full to go for that. So what I might do is just, because it's only midday, so let's go to Marylebone. I plan to go there on Friday, but we have some time today. Let's go there instead, and maybe we can look around the shops there as well, which I was planning to do on Saturday, though I wasn't going to vlog that. But since we've got time today, let's go check it out. It is very busy at the moment. One of the shops I wanted to go to here in Marylebone is, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, if not let me know in the comments, is Daunt Books, which is an Edwardian style bookstore that is very that is travel focused or travel themed. That was a very beautiful bookstore. I really love the section where they have different countries. So that's where the travel theme is coming from, all the travel books. And almost every country was in there. It's such the whole design is so vintage, and again, feels like it's been there for ages. Quite beautiful. I love beautiful bookstores. Somehow I am still not hungry for lunch, so we are going to go to Selfridges. It's on my list. That and Harrods, since I love shopping, are on my list to visit in this trip.
Relationship status hasn't changed, baby. Tell me you don't wanna lose me and get me out of this situation.
Oh, MG, we are looking for the Jellycat, and I think we found it. I finally got hungry, so I'm off having lunch at, I think it's called Mayfair Chippy, which I've been dying to try some fish and chips. I've heard the one in Harrods Food Hall is pretty good as well. But we'll see. I just paid 50 Australian dollars. Well, about to pay 50 Australian dollars or 25 pounds for fish and chips. But hopefully it's good. I can see it's massive. It's right next to Mercato Mayfair, which a friend of mine recommended. But I walked in and I don't know. I saw this as I was walking into that place, and I thought I want to give this place a go. And it started raining as well, so it's perfect time to be inside. 17,500 steps. My feet, my legs, I am grateful that they are going strong since Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. For 5 days now, they are standing strong, but I can, oh my God, the feeling of getting in bed and stretching my legs, wow. As you can tell, I am back at the hotel. I was gonna go to a restaurant called Smokestack. I love Smokemates, but I am watching the Europa League finals, which is going to kick off in about an hour. And I'm just too tired. This is what happens. I walk all day, and then if I go back to my hotel, 9 out of 10, I will not leave and get very lazy to go out for dinner. East London and Marylebone are obviously two very different parts of London. Marylebone, Mayfair are quite posh, very posh area. It's very nice. It's very pleasing to the eyes. East London is a bit more, it's rougher, it's less polished, just like Soho a little bit, but Soho is definitely busier. There's a lot of offices in the East London area, and in Shoreditch actually where my office is, but I didn't go visit. My favorite part of the day has to be my Jellycat purchase. Oh my goodness, look at that. This thing is 50 US, sorry, 25 pounds, which means it's just over $50 Australian. That's the reason I went to Selfridges, so I bought it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know it didn't go quite as planned, but that is what traveling is all about. I love to plan my holidays down to what train I'm gonna take, to where I'm gonna eat, and usually I book it. But if things don't go my way, I also don't mind. It's fine. It's part of traveling. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tomorrow, we are going to Brighton. I'm so excited for that. See you then.